Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Henry Winter-Nolte, and thank you for joining us on Play On Sports' coverage of the Southern California Regional Division I Finals of the Girls High School Soccer Championship match this afternoon in sunny Southern California. And what a beautiful day it is on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Downey, California, as El Camino Real, the host for Westview Wolverines. These two teams coming in with winning records, as you can imagine. Westview visiting with a 21-4 record, driving up from San Diego, California, and the El Camino Real Conquistadors with a 19-4 record. The host this afternoon, as we are in Downey, California, El Camino Real head coach Eric Choi, leading his squad to quite a successful year, winning CIF and also bringing his girls to the championship game here. Southern California Regional Finals here. My name is John Henry Winter-Nolte with Play On Sports. We will be right back with the beginning of this one this afternoon in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us. Hello and welcome back to Play On Sports' coverage of high school sports here in Southern California. The girls Division I Southern California Regional Finals between Westview Wolverines and El Camino Real Conquistadors. We are here live in Downey, California at Warren High School, enjoying this sunny afternoon as Westview and El Camino Real are going to battle it out here for the Division I Girls Championship for the state. And it's going to be an exciting one here, folks, this afternoon. Action coming near side here as Westview's trying to control it in the back. Just a little visual for you. Westview's in the black and gold, going right to left. And on the opposite side of the field, El Camino Real in the blue and white, going from left to right this afternoon. El Camino Real talking a little before the game to Coach Choi, and he was saying that these girls have been nonstop working since August. The off-season work is second to none, and anyone in the state, he actually said. And these girls kind of know their place after a loss. They're not allowed to talk on the bus, something that they remember throughout this season, and it's worked thus far. They haven't had too many losses this year, and it's gotten them to this championship game here at Downey, California. Westview possessing the ball back in their own half, trying to move the ball forward. Defended well by El Camino Real, but booted right back out to midfield. As that is Sydney Scolari trying to find her runner down the side. Westview moving forward just a little bit. They're going to win a throw-in here. Scolari down the line to Cassie Taniguchi, and she is defended well. El Camino Real defense doing a good job. Can't quite clear the ball, though. About the 20-yard line, back to the goal. That's Haley Harbison. And now El Camino Real on the fast break going the other way. Number 10, Leslie Ramirez, looking forward to her counterpart. Playing up top with her, Peyton Klein, captain for this El Camino Real team. She's dispossessed, and Westview again with possession, trying to work it out of the back here. You can tell they're very patient with the ball. Almost a little too lackadaisical as El Camino Real pushed the pressure on and knocks it off a Westview defender, and it's going to be a throw-in for El Camino Real. That's number 19, Julie Herbkersman with the throw-in. Defended well, and then finally cleared back to Herbkersman. She's looking in the middle, back on the outside. Strong slide tackle there from Westview, and we're off to the races, going back the other way. Little deflection, and that's Cassie Taniguchi again. She is on all sides of the field chasing down that ball, but she commits the foul, putting on that high pressure. Excuse me, it actually went out of bounds. It's going to be another throw-in for El Camino Real. And she's going to actually throw it out of bounds. Herbkersman again. And it's going to be Westview throw. Haley Bruce to the middle to Harbison, who moves it to the outside. Good ball movement here by Westview, using all sides of the field, and just a missed touch there by Sydney Scolari as she plays it right out of bounds. It's going to be an El Camino Real throw. Madison Lipton, who's playing left defender today. And she's got the big throw right to Westview. And they're looking now to Taniguchi up top, who's dispossessed by a swarm of El Camino Real defenders. And El Camino now playing it up through the middle. Great hustle by Westview, Haley Harbison, to get back to that one and defend. Win the ball back for Westview, and now they're moving forward. That one goes out of bounds off of El Camino Real. It's going to be a Westview throw on the far side of the field. Sydney Scolari again with the ball. Starting keepers for this afternoon, Westview and Andrea Liano in goal. And for El Camino Real, keeper Alex Best wearing the number 1. And she is only a sophomore, folks. Second year with the program. She's going to be back here the next couple years. As we're just kind of going back and forth in the middle, both teams kind of feeling each other out. El Camino Real coming in with a big 19-4 record. That's got to be, coach has got to be happy with a successful year like that. He'd love to get win number 20 here to cap it off. And on the other side of the field, Westview with a 21-win season, 21-4, and just unbelievable seasons for both of these teams. As we are about 5 minutes in to the first half of this girls Division I championship match, Southern California regional match here. This one's for all the beans here, folks. There's no games after this one, whether you win or lose, and not a lot of opportunities that these high schoolers get in games like this. Now Westview with a long cross from the left midfielder, and it's touched back to the middle, bouncing around, cannot be cleared. And Westview, Haley Harbison's going to take a rip at it and hit it through the uprights. Didn't quite connect on that one, but Westview with their first shot, with the first shot of the afternoon of either team. Not quite on goal, but El Camino Real here having a tough time getting that ball out of their defensive zone. Even when they do clear it, it comes right back as Westview typically wins it and puts it right back to the feet of their forwards or midfielders. And as soon as I say that, El Camino Real driving up the field. A little back and forth action here from 40 to 40. And it's finally cleared from El Camino Real. Looking for number 16, Peyton Klein up top. And that one's going to run out of bounds. Going to be a Westview throw-in back at their, just outside the 18, their own 18-yard box. Long throw. We're going to get a number on her. Megan Harbison with a big throw. Look for her to maybe push up when they have the ball on the offensive side of the field, win a throw-in, because that's as effective as a corner in some instances. If you can get a big throw into the box, get a little flick, and have an opportunity at goal. And now here's Peyton Klein. And she's actually going to be called for the foul there. She stole that ball from the Westview defender. It was going at goal, but she's going to be called for the foul. This officiating crew out here today, they've got 4 referees for this championship match. And so far, so good, keeping this game under control, keeping it tight. We are about 7.5 minutes in here on this sunny afternoon in Downey, California. Oh, lovely through ball there as El Camino Real's trying to get something going, and Westview just stifling defense so far. Such a good job showing composure on the ball and not letting El Camino Real get anything going so far. And now El Camino Real with a little attack of their own as they connect a few passes up to Leslie Ramirez. She's dispossessed. And it's going to be Westview ball at about midfield. They're looking for a little flick on a through ball. Nothing happening there. Comes back towards their defense, and it's cleared out again by Westview. And now we're looking for Ramirez again for El Camino Real, that through ball. And she actually gets a touch on it. There's 3 or 4 defenders back there for Westview, though, and that's going to be a tough day for Ramirez if she's going to try to beat 4 defenders every day. She's got to have some help. A lot of open field here on this near side for maybe a right midfielder to make a run up the side, yelling for that ball and open up this field a little bit, because 4-on-1 for Ramirez is not a very high odds. Wouldn't like to take that bet. El Camino Real, Carly Macbeth on the ball, and she does a good job playing it to the middle. Jackie Altschild, and she's dispossessed, and now it's Westview going forward. It's about a 4-on-2 here. Oh, great step by the defender for El Camino Real, Madison Lipton, stepping up and just cheat. That girl is a wall out there. My goodness, and you can hear it from the El Camino Real crowd. She's a fan favorite, excuse me. Great job by Lipton on the defensive side. They're stepping up and not diving in, but also not letting the forward get anywhere around her, and dispossessing Westview of the ball and kicking it out of bounds. Now we see Ramirez with a little more pressure. Leslie Ramirez, the junior, number 10, playing up top for El Camino Real. She looks kind of like the target player for this El Camino team. A lot of the offense is running through her. Now Madison Lipton, and she's dispossessed. It's going to be Westview ball. Now with possession, moving forward through the midfield. Oh, looking out left here. That's going to be Carly Silverstein on the ball. And she tries to put a cross in, but it's deflected by it's going to be Kaylin Harbison on the ball, trying to put a ball in, and she is deflected by the defense, and it's going to be a Westview corner kick, the first one of the day, as we are all tied up here, folks. 0-0 in the first half. Just over 10 minutes in, about 30 minutes left in this first half, and we have our first corner kick of the day. Westview going with the long ball to the far post. It's flicked. Looks like it's going to run out of bounds on that far side. Couldn't quite find the connection. It's going to be an El Camino Real throw back deep in their own zone here. That'll be number 11, Madison Lipton. And we're going to get a few substitutions here for El Camino Real. Looks like Lipton is going to come out, and Shannon Appleton will be coming in. Also up top, Leslie Ramirez will be substituted out, and replacing her is Alex Marquez, and she's been on a bit of a tear in this state tournament the last few games. Coach Choi saying that she's the one who's kind of connected on a few key goals for them, and she could be the one today. As this game looks like Westview's in a little more control, getting a couple more opportunities. El Camino Real needs to find a way to get something going. And here's Westview with a cross from the far side. Dangerous ball, falls right at the penalty spot. Tried to be cleared out, and a shot by number 20 hits the upright over the goal. And that's going to be Westview with the shot on the bouncing ball. Laura Buck stepping up from the midfield. The sophomore looking for the left-footed crack at the far post, in-swinger with the outside of the foot, and just got underneath it a bit as it hit the upright, and it's going to be a goal kick for El Camino Real. Alex Best for the goal kick. She gets a good boot under it. And out of the scrum, it's going to be El Camino Real ball. And they're looking forward to number 23, that new sub, Marquez. She's dispossessed again. 1-on-4 situation for El Camino Real. That Westview defense works so well together as a unit. You have one unit out there made up of 4 different girls, but they're doing a great job of not letting El Camino Real get anything past them, let alone with any kind of possession or with numbers, usually 4-on-1. Now we got on the near side here, well played in by Westview. That's Haley Bruce, and it's cleared out by El Camino Real, but possessed again by Westview. Rachel Kamara on the ball in the middle. Now on the far side, a great cross in from the defender, Sydney Scolari, and it's cleared out by El Camino Real, but not for long, as Bruce is going to put it right back in. Pops out to Gonzalez. Back outside to Scolari, who plays down the line to Merriweather. And she is deflected. She tries to put a ball in. It's deflected. Goes out of bounds across the touchline, meaning we're going to get another corner here for Westview, this time from the far side of the field. The sun won't be in their eyes from this far side as it's setting fairly quickly here and getting pretty chilly out here. And it's going to be a corner kick driven to the top of the box. Gotten a foot on it. Cleared out. Back in. What a save by the far post. And that's exactly what you need to do as your El Camino Real. Stick to your post. And a header there. I believe that was number 13 for El Camino Real, Jamie Perlmuth, doing a great job of maintaining her assignment, heading that ball out before it snuck in that far post, because, man, that thing was not cleared well. And that second shot coming from right about the top of the box, a little bit of a floater. But shoot, it doesn't matter how it goes in. If it's floating or if it's screaming, that one almost snuck in. If it wasn't for the El Camino Real defense. Either way, we're still tied up at 0 here. About 25 minutes left in this first half. Substitution on the near side here for El Camino Real. Morgan O'Connor's going to come in, the sophomore, another sophomore, and she's going to be playing right mid, marking Laura Buck, the other sophomore, on this near side right in front of us. And Westview is awarded with a throw in on the far side here. Scolari looking down the line. Westview just does such a great job of maintaining the ball possession. They have done so far, at least in this game. And then when they get their opportunities, they're getting great shots off. Here they play the ball all the way back to the 50-yard line to the sweeper. Swing it around to the near side. And now they're looking down the line. No one at the end of that pass. And now it's El Camino trying to play the ball up the line through the middle. Play it back outside, and it's can't quite get the handle on it. Emily Kreisel couldn't quite find that one. And now she wins it off the throw-in. And now here we go, El Camino Real with a little bit of momentum pushing up. On the far side, that's Haley Bruce, and she is dispossessed. Excuse me, that was not Haley Bruce. That was Jackie Altschult, and she was dispossessed by Haley Harbison. A couple Haleys out there. El Camino Real maintaining possession back in their own third, trying to work the ball around and get away from all these Westview defenders, just having a tough time. Seems like there's 14 Westview players out there at all times. A little push in the back on the near side. El Camino Real comes out with the ball, played down the side and headed out. Westview clears the ball. Again, when we look at any kind of attack that El Camino Real has, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders, 6 black shirts for Westview, and just 2 offensive threats for El Camino Real. And if that's what you're counting on is one, through ball for one person to beat 4 or 5 defenders, they've got to bring up their midfielders. They've got to do a better job of spreading that field and pushing Westview back, not letting Westview play the ball in the middle of the field so much, or else they're going to get caught on their heels one of these times, and they're going to see the ball in the back of the net, on the wrong net. Westview driving down the right side, and it is cleared out by the left defender for El Camino Real, and it's going to be a throw-in for Westview. Ball was cleared out by Jamie Perlmuth. And dribbling backwards is Haley Harbison, looking on for the switch, and the ball comes to the near side. That's Haley Bruce now on the ball. She plays it down the line to an on-running Danielle Gonzalez. Danielle Gonzalez. And she is swarmed by El Camino Real defense. Ball's cleared out off of Gonzalez, and it's going to be a throw-in for El Camino Real in their end of the field. Going to have a couple more substitutions here for El Camino Real. Westview without any substitutions thus far. They like what they see. Coach Stogsdill likes what he sees out there, and he's waiting for one of those balls to sneak in. El Camino Real, on the other hand, trying to figure out which combination of players is going to make it happen today. It's going to be Leslie Ramirez coming back in. So she's going to be playing side by side Alex Marquez, who's on a little bit of a hot streak, as I mentioned earlier. Now El Camino Real possessing the ball. Great pressure by Westview, though. And she's got to get rid of it. She does, but it's deflected. It's going to be a race to the middle here. El Camino Real still on it. Doing a great job of connecting some passes here finally. And now slowly kind of move up if they can continue. And now dribbling through the middle for El Camino Real, Carly Macbeth. She plays it off to number 10, Ramirez, who dribbles back to Macbeth. And a big shot from Macbeth, about 23 yards out. The captain, senior Carly Macbeth, playing it through the midfield. Macbeth and Ramirez doing a great job, just back and forth, being a little bit more aggressive than we've seen so far. And Macbeth with a big shot, and I wouldn't doubt that was less than 6 inches, just over the near side of the crossbar. Macbeth lining one up, and that's maybe just what El Camino Real needs to kind of light the fire here as they still maintain possession. Oh, now dispossessed here, and one back by El Camino Real. A little bit back and forth still, a little sloppy. We like to see those balls connected. If they can play the ball to feet, maintain possession, move forward, and then look for those shots or through balls or opportunities up top, it's going to be what they want. Now here's El Camino Real on the far side looking for a through ball. And she was looking for Alex Marquez there, running through the defense. You know, a little bit of one-on-one situation. First time we've seen that. She was in a foot race with Westview's Megan Harbison playing in the back. Just couldn't quite make the connection as the Westview keeper, Andrea Liano, comes out and makes the save. She punts it out, and it runs out of bounds. Going to be an El Camino Real ball throw in at about the 50-yard line. El Camino throws it in, looking for Marquez again, and it's cleared up. And now we see Westview on a little bit of a run here. A little bit of a counterattack. Great cross to the middle at the top of the 18. And dispossessed and cleared by El Camino Real. They definitely had numbers on that, as Westview didn't quite have their all of their attacking players forward. Now here's a great through ball. A beautiful through ball from the right midfielder right onto the on-running foot. And I'm going to figure out who that was in 1 second here. I believe that was Angel Merriweather with just the keeper to beat. And Alex Best, the keeper for El Camino Real, doing a fantastic job of holding her position, making herself big, and deflecting that ball. Great save by Best there, and you wonder why. Sometimes people wonder, it's like, how does she get the start over the other two keepers, one keeper that they have, and there you go right there, making big plays in big situations in big games. And now Ramirez here for El Camino Real looking up top for Morgan O'Connor through ball, and she's caught offsides, so it's going to be an offsides call. on El Camino Real. Westview ball back at about their own 35. Haley Bruce looking over. She's trying to figure out who she's gonna find. She plays a big ball, about a 40-yard ball to the middle, gets a good flick. And Westview's in business here, pushing forward. El Camino can't quite clear. Possessed again by Westview. Angel Merriweather on the ball. Now it's played in deep. And the keeper almost got caught off the line there. The right back for Westview, believe that was Sydney Scolari, going for gold, dreaming a little bit from about the 40-yard line, chipping one in. I think she was looking far post, hit it a little, went very, very high, about 30 yards in the air, came down on top of the goal, and it's going to be a goal kick for El Camino Real as they get a couple more substitutions. I'm sorry, that was Westview this time, getting a couple subs in there, some fresh legs. Emma Clark winning that one in the middle for Westview, and now it's Scolari again, looking across towards the middle, through ball. No one on the end of it. No one saw the run she was looking at. El Camino Real possessing the ball and now trying to play it out of the back. They find Morgan O'Connor, excuse me. She tries to play it up, and Westview wins that battle. Little back and forth action again here in Downey. Now it's Marquez on the ball. She plays it outside to the left mid. For El Camino Real, Jessica Weiss, who plays it across, looking back to the near side here. Dispossessed. Great job by the Westview defense. And we're going back the other way. Westview possessing the ball, moving it. They've got numbers. They've got the ball. Now they're on the near side here. Nice little give and go and a hard tackle. Great job by El Camino Real. Jackie Altschult. And she clears it out of bounds. It's going to be a Westview ball in their offensive about 20-yard line. So this is a good opportunity for Westview to get something started, maybe get a cross into the far post. As long as somebody's making that run, that could be a pretty dangerous attack. And the throw-in bounced around a little bit, cleared out to the top of the box. El Camino Real, the ball's still bouncing, and it's cleared finally off the field across the sideline. It's going to be another Westview throw at about the 20-yard line. The sweeper is going to come up, Megan Harbison, to take the long throw in. She's at about the 15. Looking for a long throw here, I'm guessing. Everyone's packed in the box. A huge throw to this just outside the 6-yard box. Great defense by El Camino. And the ball's cleared up. Oh, another good defensive job by Scolari on Westview's side. Dispossessing Alex Marquez on what would have been a little bit of a fast break for El Camino. And now another substitution for El Camino, keeping the fresh legs on the field here. And folks, we're at about 14 minutes to go here in this first half. Westview Wolverines and El Camino Real Conquistadors 0-0 tied. It's been a little bit of both teams so far for the last 25 minutes, excuse me. And now it's Marquez going one-on-one with Harbison, Megan Harbison. And Harbison wins the battle, but dribbles it out of bounds. It's going to be an El Camino Real ball. Now this is an opportunity for El Camino to move up. Everybody, get in that offensive side. You can get back if there's going to be any kind of counterattack. But at this point, you've only had that one pretty dangerous shot that could have snuck in. Now you're looking for a big throw here from about 20 yards out, and a great flick, double flick. Wow. Oh my gosh. How do you plan that one? Great throw from El Camino Real, and flicked by Marquez onto Ramirez, who flicked it right back to the keeper. And sometimes as a keeper, half your job is just being in the right place at the right time. And the keeper for Westview, keeping this game all tied up at 0. Liano doing a great job of holding her line and pushing that one out for the corner. And now the corner comes in. El Camino Real gets ahead on it. It's flicked. And there's going to be a pushing call. That's going to be a foul on El Camino Real. Now we're going to be going the other way. It's going to be a Westview kick inside their own 18 on the foul off the corner there. Good aggressive play by El Camino, just a little too aggressive, grabbing shirt, maybe pulling some hair, I don't know. Doing whatever you got to do to get that ball in the net. Unfortunately, the referee saw it, so it's going to be called, and Westview's going to clear it out. Touched by El Camino Real and rolls out of bounds at about the midway. Scolari's going to take a break for Westview, and the substitute is going to, in exchange, take the throw in and take her spot at right back for Westview. Believe that's number 14, Dominique Decoy. The junior coming in on the far side to try to battle Marquez and Ramirez, the two strikers who've shown some potential to score early in this one. And now a through ball from Ramirez here. Easy decision by Liano to come out and save that one about the top of the 18. And she's going to line one up here for a big punt. Gets it out to about the 50. Nobody wins it yet. Takes a bounce. El Camino's going to come out with it, but give it away right to Westview, right about midfield still. And it's going to be poked out of bounds. Westview throw as we're moving from right to left here as Westview's pushing the ball up that far side. A little bit of fancy footwork here. Great passing. Fantastic passing. 2 or 3 give and goes in a row on that far side. Wish we had a replay of that one for you, folks. Either way, it's going to be knocked out of bounds by El Camino Real, and Westview's going to get the throw-in from right about the 18-yard line. 18-yard box, excuse me. And they get a cross in. It's deflected and pushed out, and now Marquez is on her horse to try to get there first. Westview wins it, maintains possession, and swings it to the near side here around the defense. Looking for Daniel Gonzalez, and she's dispossessed. The ball's kicked out of bounds by El Camino, and it's going to be a throw-in for Westview at about the 25-yard line. Still trying to attack, still knocking on that door, as they've been doing for the better half of this half. Throw in down the line. Won by El Camino, cleared, but stopped by Westview and put in not a bad idea. Cross put into the top of the box. Bounced around for a little bit, but El Camino able to find the end of that one, get on the end of it and clear it out. And it's going to deflect off of Westview and going to be El Camino's throw at about the 50-yard line. Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. And my name is John Henry Winter-Nolte here in Downey, California, where you're listening, to the Westview Wolverines battle the El Camino Real Conquistadors. We are about 31 minutes into this first half. And a quick recap, nobody's put one in the back of the net yet. Both teams getting a couple opportunities with about 10 left in this half. Westview setting up a free kick from about the 30-yard line, about 35, 40 yards out. And it's going to be played into just the top of the box and cleared out by El Camino Real. But it's going to run over the touchline and will be another throw-in. And I'm guessing we'll see Harbison come up and take this throw again. And she is number 7 coming up from the defensive sweeper position, the senior Megan Harbison. She's done it a couple times already with a big throw that gives Westview an opportunity to get a little flick on the ball and find the back of the net. Here's the big throw into the 6-yard box. Little bit of a push. Not sure what's being called. It's either the ball went straight out of bounds without anybody touching it, so it might have been a foul, might have just been called out of bounds. Either way, it's going to be a kick for the keeper of El Camino. She's going to be placing this one down. Alex Best lining up, looking for her target, and she's going to crack it about 40, 50 yards almost to the foot of Ramirez, who tries to be a little fancy with it. And now we got to switch to the near side here, dispossessed by Westview. That's going to be Laura Buck on the ball. She plays it to the far side, looking for Kylie Vassell. And she plays it again to the outside. A cross put in. Nobody at the far post for Westview. Finally, Buck gets over there to pressure the defense. And that was a good-looking play. The great ball movement by Westview, moving that ball so quickly and trickily down that far side, getting a good cross in. No one on the end of it, though. Now on the near side, ball put in off the throw-in. That was Emma Clark putting a ball to the far post. Couldn't quite connect, and it's going to run out of bounds for another goal kick for Alex Best, the keeper for this El Camino Real team. About 6:40 left in this half. The official time kept on the on-field scoreboard for this state championship regional game, as it has been through the whole tournament. So we know exactly how much time is left. There's always the controversy, when do you blow the whistle? If one team is knocking on the door, do you blow it for the half even if the time's out? I mean, it's up for debate at all times, and depending on who you're rooting for, I bet I could guess what decision you'd go with. Either way, it's going to be Westview with the throw-in on the far side, going back out of bounds. Now we're going to get a little bit of a pause for Harbison to come back up. Senior Megan Harbison with the long throw from about anything from the 10-yard line in, the football 10 in, just about the 18-yard line in. She's going to be throwing it, and they're looking for the flick right about the 6 to that far post on the on-running runners. However, this time it's cleared out a couple times by El Camino Real. They're having such a tough time getting that ball out on a first clearance, and now they're going to lose the ball again, and it's going to be another throw in at about the 25-yard line for Westview. Looking down the line to Kylie Vassell, and the assistant referee is going to call the foul there down in the corner. So this one's going to be played just like a corner kick would. Haley Bruce is going to run over there from the left defensive position to the far side of the field, basically take the corner, but it's going to be a free kick. I believe that's going to be a direct kick from that far side. Look for her. She's got that left foot, so she's going to look for the back post, the in-swinging ball, try to draw that keeper off the line just a little bit. And here we go. In-swing ball, back post. Deflected, and going to go just wide there. They were able to get ahead on it. Westview, I believe that was Megan Harbison, again, doing a little bit of everything, playing defense, throwing the ball in, getting a header on the ball, just going to squeak to the far post, past the far post, excuse me, and another goal kick for Alex Best. Folks, we got about 4.5 minutes left here. Goal kick for Best. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on PlayOnSports.com, your home for high school sports. Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information as well as links to great highlights. Follow us on Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. My name is John Henry Winter Nolte. We're here in Downey, California, just outside of Los Angeles. Beautiful Southern California day. Nothing special about this except for that it happens just about every day, except for yesterday when it rained. Either way, we got about 3.5 minutes left here in Downey. Westview knocking on the door. El Camino keeping them out of the back of the net, getting an opportunity or two of their own. But this half has been mainly Westview. Either way, it's still 0-0, as you see on your screen there. And we've got about 3 minutes left. The last few minutes, just a little bit back and forth. Girls getting a little tired out there. And we're going to have a throw in. And this is the most offense we've seen from El Camino. And the ball's just past the halfway line, the midfield line. It's going to be a throw in for the right back of El Camino Real, Julie Herbkersman. We're going to chase the ball down. Herbkersman actually chased it, but she's going to give it up to Carly Macbeth, the senior captain, from about 40 yards away from the goal. Big throw. Wow. Wow, folks. Wish you could have seen that one. Into the 18. Ball bounces around and finally possessed by Westview. Cleared. Out to number 6 for Westview. That's Cassie Taniguchi. And back and forth here. It's going to dribble out of bounds. It's going to be an El Camino Real ball. Macbeth on the throw. She's looking for Marquez, and they both go up for it. And that's going to be a foul on Marquez inside the 18, about 4 yards away from the touchline. Those are two of the better players that have been out here today. Megan Harbison and Alex Marquez, El Camino Real forward going up against Westview defender. And a little bit of a battle there. Harbison's going to come out of that one the victor as Marquez is called for the foul. Free kick is put right back in. Free kick won by El Camino Real and then put right back in on the keeper. Liano doing a good job of swallowing that one up and clearing it out. Either way, it's coming back from left to right, back inside the box and cleared out of bounds by Harbison. Man, she is just so tough to get past. Megan Harbison so far, the senior captain for this Westview team. Been so solid in the back. Also getting some opportunities up top and the big throw-in that she has. Either way, she's going to kick it out of bounds. It's going to be an El Camino Real throw-in. And the referee's going to call this one dead and say, that's enough of that. He saw something he didn't like inside the box. And a little bit of scrum either way. We're going to have the throw-in. It's cleared out. Right back in, and Harbison gets a foot on it, clears it out. That one's going to her sister, Haley Harbison, I'm guessing. Excuse me. And now Westview on the run here with a little bit of speed and some numbers up to Laura Buck, who plays it across, and she's dispossessed. El Camino Real, Kayla Reeve plays it up the side, and it's deflected back to the middle. Jackie Altschulte on the ball, looking forward, plays it in. Peyton Klein on the ball and rips a shot from about 20 yards out. It goes just over, and that's going to run the time out of the clock. Folks, happy to have you here with me today at Justice Stadium here in Downey, California, just outside of Los Angeles. We've reached the end of the first half. We're going to have a 10-minute break. Westview Wolverines from San Diego visiting the El Camino Real Conquistadors in the Girls Division I Southern California Regional Finals. Yes, the finals, folks. This is the last game of the season for either of these teams here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Hello and welcome back to Play On Sports' coverage of the Southern California Regional Championships here on PlayOnSports.com. You're listening to the halftime show of the Division I Girls Final here at Warren High School in Downey, California, between the visiting Westview Wolverines and El Camino Real Conquistadors. If you're just joining us, folks, my name is John Henry Winter-Nolte, and I'm trying to bring you a picture with my words of what is going on out here on this field today. This warm, sunny afternoon is slowly turning into a brisk, cool evening as we are up here, or down here in Southern California, excuse me, and Westview Wolverines are taking on the El Camino Real Conquistadors in this Division I final here at Warren High School. If I could do my best job of painting a picture of that first half, it was a little. Each team had opportunities to score, and the keepers Alex Best for El Camino Real and Andrea Liano for Westview did exactly what they were supposed to. Nothing spectacular, being in the right place at the right time, and just taking care of business as they have done all year. A couple highlights for El Camino. If they're going to put one in the back of the net this afternoon, they're looking for Alex Marquez as well as her partner in crime, Leslie Ramirez. They're both playing up top, the strikers for El Camino Real. If they can find those two girls, maybe play the ball through Carly Macbeth in the midfield, I believe that's where they're going to be finding, that's where they will find, some success here in this second half. On the other side of the ball, Westview doing a great job of maintaining the ball possession, slowly moving up the field, being patient, connecting passes, and getting good opportunities on goal. I would say that Westview has had a few more opportunities, a few more better quality opportunities in the first 40 minutes. However, going into halftime, we're stuck all knotted up 0-0 here at Warren High School. Excuse me, a little technical blackout there. Either way, we're going to be back in just a minute and a half with the start of the second half here in Downey, California. You are listening to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Hello and welcome back to Play On Sports' coverage of the Division I Southern California Regional Finals. We are just about to start the second half of the girls' game this evening, this afternoon is turning into evening at Warren High School in Downey, California. Coming up next, directly about 30 minutes after this game, you will be listening to live coverage of the Division I Boys Championship, which is sure to be a blowout, not a blowout. Excuse me, I meant to say not a blowout, a great game between the number 1 and number 2 teams in California as ranked by MaxPreps.com. Either way, we're going to come back right here, right now. Second half of this game between the Westview Wolverines and El Camino Real Conquistadors, the girls matchup. It's been a back and forth battle for the first 40 minutes. We've got 39 minutes and 20 seconds more to figure out who's going to be the Division I Girls Championship for the Southern California region. And we are underway, folks. I'm going to try to bring you all the action as it's happening here on the field, as the shadows are getting longer, the temperature's dropping, but the girls are really not worried about that. They're playing their butts off. We're going to have Westview going from left to right in the black. The defense headed up by Megan Harbison, number 7, the sweeper. And on the other side of the ball, El Camino Real going from right to left in the white uniforms with the blue numbers. Looking for Alex Marquez as well, Carly Macbeth, and finally Leslie Ramirez looks to be the most dangerous part of this El Camino Real team. First minute or so has been a little bit back and forth. No real opportunities for either squad. We're going to have a throw-in on the far side for Westview. Ball will be thrown in down the line, looking for the runner. Deflected by El Camino Real. It's going to go back out of bounds, and another Westview throw-in. We'll have a little bit of a repeat of that first one. That's going to be Haley Bruce, who's going to grab this ball and look for the throw-in. The right defender, Dominique Decoy, is stepping up, trying to get into the mix here. A little bit of offense for Westview. Ball's thrown down the line. And great defense there. El Camino Real, Kayla Reeve, saying, you're not coming down my side. Not if I have anything to say about it. Another throw-in for Westview. And El Camino Real cleared again. Julia Herbkersman, she clears it out of bounds. Westview's having a tough time of getting past this strong El Camino Real defense. Another throw-in goes down the line. One by El Camino Real. Cleared and deflected off of Westview. It's finally going to be El Camino ball. Still back in their own half. Still trying to get something going here in the first few minutes. Ramirez is on the ball. She's looking at the near side, and she's tackled by Danielle Gonzalez of Westview. Gonzalez on the ball. Now Harbison. Haley Harbison plays a through ball. Looking for Laura Buck on that one, and she's dispossessed, and the ball is cleared by El Camino Real. Westview back on it, sends it back in. Again, cleared by El Camino Real. And Megan Harbison heads it out of bounds right in front of us here. And the throw-in goes down the line to Alex Marquez, who gets a shot on goal, and it goes just over. Whew. That's been the best opportunity that El Camino Real has had thus far. Alex Marquez getting in behind the defense of Megan Harbison on a quick throw. Great heads-up quick throw on the near side here by El Camino Real. And if you're Alex Marquez, you want that one back. She was kind of shaking her head after that opportunity. She drilled that ball, and she's used to finishing those opportunities. Either way, goal kick from Liano, and it's cleared out to center. Westview's going to maintain possession of the ball. Harbison in the back, number 7, plays it out wide, gets it back, and now we're going to go all the way back to the keeper. Liano on it, and she's going to clear it as best she can, but only to find an El Camino Real player as it's headed once and twice back towards the Westview goal. Now in the middle, now played wide to Jessica Weiss, who plays it back across into the box, and it's cleared out. Now Westview gets another clearance on it, and Ramirez, who looks like she's dropped back to center mid for El Camino Real, wins it. And now we're still going that way. Westview having trouble clearing the ball, something we haven't seen so far from Westview. Good pressure from El Camino Real, forcing Westview to play that ball around the back and just pushing them backwards, not letting them have anything forwards. And great pressure by El Camino. This is what they were kind of lacking the first half, is having a forward presence. I don't mean the striker forwards, but running downhill kind of presence and pushing Westview on their heels. Now Westview finally breaks the pressure and tries to play a through ball, but it's won by Carly Macbeth and cleared out. Looking for another through ball to Marquez. Macbeth wins it back after it's cleared from Westview. And now Marquez is on the end of it on the far side, and she stops it, but she's dispossessed by the Westview defense. She had 2 or 3 players to beat there. Now we're looking on the near side to Jessica Weiss, who's dispossessed by Decoy. And a big tackle in the middle by Ramirez. The referee's going to say play on. And it's El Camino ball here at about midfield. Go for the switch. Trying to bring the ball back down. Play it through to Marquez, who has it with her back to the goal about 25 yards out. She plays it back. And now a big shot here. That was number 16, El Camino Real, Peyton Klein, from about 25, 30 yards out, loading up the cannon and letting it fly, just hitting it wide left of the goal. Going to bring up a goal kick for Westview. And it's one in the middle by El Camino Real. Played back in. El Camino looking through. They've got Marquez on the outside, played and deflected out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for El Camino. And El Camino's really come out of this halftime with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Shoot, they realize that there's only a handful of minutes left in this game and in this season. Either way, win or lose, this is the final game. Big throw from the far side. And it's cleared out to the top of the box. And a booming clear from Westview's Haley Harbison. El Camino Real's Jamie Perlmuth collects. And now El Camino's possessing the ball in their own defensive third. Turned on. Now they've got the ball across midfield. Slowly working it forward and looking for the through ball. Headed out by Megan Harbison. And we're going to have a throw-in on that far side for El Camino Real. Looking for Marquez again, and she's going to get held, and there's going to be a free kick just outside the 18-yard box on the far side. This could be a great opportunity for El Camino. So to set this one up, the referee is going to be right at the 15-yard line, the football 15, which is about 10 yards outside of the 18-yard box. On the far side, it's going to be El Camino ball kicking right into the sun. And the wall is lining up. They're being pushed back 10 yards by the referee. And this ball, you've got to imagine it's going to be a little floater right about the penalty spot. Top of the 6, right in the middle of the box. Get a good opportunity on goal. Here it is. It's floated up and just a little too strong. Looking for that far post run. And it's going to slide out of bounds past the far post. And another goal kick for Westview. As much as Westview was able to put on the offense and keep that acceleration pedal down, that gas pedal down throughout the first half, they've really slowed down here in the second half. And El Camino putting the pressure on, saying, hey, if you want to win this one, you got to earn it. And all of a sudden, El Camino's putting on that pressure and not letting Westview get out of their own half. We're about 10 minutes into the first half, about 30 minutes to play here at Justice Stadium at Warren High School in Downey, California. Westview throws the ball in, looking for a run down the line, and ooh, a big foul there. Defender Julia Herbkersman committing the foul at about her own 40-yard line, right at the edge of the circle on the far side of the field. And we're going to see a big kick here from Megan Harbison from the 40. She drops in about the top of the 18, and it's cleared out by El Camino. Right back to Westview, looking down the line. Ball saved in, and the ball's crossed across. Good effort there on the part of Westview. Angel Merriweather finding that ball and hitting it one touch from the corner with her back to the goal. Looking for the cross and just nobody making the run to that near post, and it's gobbled up by El Camino keeper Alex Best, and she punts. El Camino wins it, but then is forced out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Westview. They're looking down the line. And it's deflected from off of El Camino Real. It's going to be another throw in for Westview. But that first one was about midfield, but this second one's going to be from about the 20-yard line, about 10 yards outside the 18-yard box. Haley Bruce throws a short one in, gets it back, and looking for the cross, puts one in, up high. Oh, and it just floats over the net. Folks, that one I thought might have had a chance, but Alex Best had it covered. If I had to guess, she's probably 6 feet tall. Good frame for a keeper, able to cover most of that goal, and she had that one covered as she watched it sail high over that crossbar. And it's going to be a goal kick, Best on it. She hits this one a little shorter than she's hit the others. Won by Westview. And a great turn. That was number 4, Kylie Vassell, on that far side. She plays it into the middle, and there's going to be another foul on El Camino Real. So Haley Bruce is going to step up and take the free kick from about the 25-yard line. About 20 yards outside of the box. And you got to imagine she's going to float one in here onto her on-running team as they're all running right to the penalty spot. She floats it in. Nobody's able to get ahead on it, but it's not cleared either. Now finally won and cleared by Kayla Reeve for El Camino. She's still on her horse until Megan Harbison steps up and finishes that tackle. She clears it. However, it's going to be an El Camino Real throw-in at about midfield. Folks, we're still tied up at 0-0 with about 26 minutes left. Not to say that there hasn't been a lot of action. No goals quite yet, but tons of action, lots of opportunities for both teams. And here's Westview now playing the ball forward from the 50. Looking for Cassie Taniguchi, and it's going to be cleared out of bounds by El Camino. Another throw in just across the halfway line going forward for Westview. And a big clearance by Ramirez. Won by Harbison and cleared back out. And now Westview's going to grab control of the ball here and play it from the back. Emily Sanford playing it across to Haley Bruce, who tries to play it up, but it's broken up. And won by El Camino. Deflected out of bounds. It's going to be an El Camino throw-in on the far side, looking right into the sun. Oh, that was a shiesty throw there. And the referee saw it as well. Got to throw that ball straight over your head, and she kind of spun around and threw it from the side. It's going to be a Westview throw from their own side of the field there. Played in defeat, and it's played up and then cleared by El Camino. You can tell these girls are getting a little bit tired out there. Not to say that things are getting sloppy, but you can just tell that that sharpness isn't quite there. There it was at the beginning of the half. Now we got on the near side here, Westview attacking this line, forced to play back by El Camino and cleared out to Harbison, the sweeper for Westview. She's almost the quarterback when that ball gets back to the defense, and all the attack starts with her. Now we're playing up the far side. Westview dispossessed and kicked out of bounds by El Camino. It's going to be a Westview throw right about the 50-yard line on the far side. Westview throws it in, looking now for the switch to the near side, and they're able to do it. Dominique Decoy on the ball, gets it before it runs out of bounds and plays it back to Harbison. Harbison now looking through the middle, finds Rachel Kamara, and now a nice little give and go up the middle, and a shot just wide, folks. That was number 4 on the shot from Westview, Kylie Vassell, who looked like she might have had a left foot shot. from the top of the box with no one but the keeper in front of her. But she elected to pull it back and hit it with her right foot. Hit it far to the right and just a little over the frame. So it's going to run out of bounds and be a goal kick for El Camino. Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Goal kick by El Camino Real's Alex Best. Cleared out. Won by Harbison. Megan Harbison again. But it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for El Camino. They throw it in looking for Shelby Vasich, but it's cleared out by the Westview defense, and it's going to be another throw-in for El Camino. Captain Carly Macbeth with the big throw. Everybody kind of retreats back into the 18. This throws from about the 15 football yard line, just outside of the 18-yard box. And we see a big throw, and it's flicked towards the keeper, but nobody's there to clean up that second flick. And Liano's going to play it out to the far side, the quick one, and they're going to and Westview's going to start the attack from that side. Dispossessed in the middle by El Camino Real. Now they're going to start the attack through the middle as they play it back to the defense. Now they're looking on the far side. Nice little step over there and a strong tackle by Westview. Referee's going to say that ball deflected off of the Westview player, the El Camino Real player. And it's going to be a Westview throw-in as well as a quick sub for Westview. Checking back in will be Danielle Gonzalez. She's going to jump in the middle as Dominique Decoy takes a quick rest. Also coming back in is Sydney Scolari for the right defensive position. And also coming on is number 20, Laura Buck. And Westview throws it in. They're able to get the ball to the top of the box. Back to the goal, though. Comes out to Gonzalez, who plays it to the far side. Out to Haley Bruce, who looks for the cross, but it's deflected out of bounds. Ladies and gentlemen, about 20 minutes left in this second half. We're all knotted up 0-0 here on Play On Sports High School Sports Network. You're watching the Girls Division I Southern California Regional Finals. My name is John Henry Winter-Nolte, playonsports.com. And that throw-in was cleared out by El Camino. Won by who other than Harbison, who starts the attack back for Westview. Through the middle to Haley Harbison, who's looking to play it. Her back is to the goal. She's pushed almost all the way back to midfield. She plays it out to Scolari, who looks to the near side. And now they've got a little bit of an attack going here until Madison Lipton has something to say about it. She wins it and clears it out. Gonzalez back on it. And now a deep ball played in by Emma Clark, looking for Angel Merriweather. Good defense there. But El Camino's dispossessed at the top of the box. Ball played to the near side. Cross in from Westview. A floating ball. And it's saved. It's still in bounds, just inside the 18. And actually the referee is going to say it was out. One of the best opportunities Westview has had today off the foot of Angel Merriweather from the corner, putting a floating ball in just out of the reach of El Camino Real's Alex Best, the keeper, and doing everything she could to save that ball. I believe it was Laura Buck for Westview, just rolled over the end line, and it's going to be a goal kick for Best. She clears it out. It's won by Westview. And Taniguchi gets on the end of it, but is dispossessed, and El Camino clears. Finds the foot of Alex Marquez, who's been so dangerous today. And she is quick. She's got those first 3 steps that are just quicker than anyone else in the field. And if she can have that ball at her feet and just use those 3 steps to get just a little bit of separation, a little bit of distance between her and the defender, we'll be off to the races, folks. Westview maintaining possession back in their defensive zone, looking for a way out. Good ball movement, good passing by Westview. Finally gets out to Laura Buck, who is dispossessed. El Camino plays it back in the middle. And now Westview playing it out of the back. Harbison with a big clearance. Looking for Taniguchi. Won by El Camino. And that one's actually going to run out of bounds just across the 50. Going to be Westview ball, and they're going to play it back to the defense. Harbison plays it to the near side here to Scolari. Scolari looking back the other way. Playing through the middle to Emma Clark. Emma plays it all the way to the far side. And now they're looking to Taniguchi, who plays a nice little flick, looking for Emily Buck. Defended well by Jenna Bruskin for El Camino, the sweeper back there. We haven't said her name too much, but she's done a great job, Bruskin, on the defensive end for El Camino. And because she's doing so great, she's going to take a rest. Couple substitutions for El Camino. Leslie Ramirez is going to come back in. And a long throw in from El Camino up to Marquez, who is off to the races. And Harbison, little risky play there as she tried to put the brakes on Marquez, and she was able to get that ball out, but not by much. Marquez hot on her heels. Now a ball played to the near side here. Scolari on the end of it. Puts it across. Flicked by Gonzalez. Now kind of bouncing around. Haley Harbison on the end of it. Back out to the near side to Scolari. Ooh, and a nice, beautiful turn from Angel Merriweather as she's deep in the corner. She puts a ball in, and it's chested out by the defense. And finally cleared by number 9, Carly Macbeth. But not before a deflection off of one of the Westview players. It's going to be a throw-in for Macbeth deep in her own zone. There's about 15 minutes left in regulation now as we start looking towards the overtime periods that could potentially be coming up. El Camino Real elects to take a substitution at this time. Jessica Weiss is going to come in, is going to take a break. And Morgan O'Connor is going to come in, the sophomore. We're going to wait for her to come in, get to the near side, get in the play. And Macbeth on the throw. Actually won by Peyton Klein, but not easily, and it actually runs off of Klein out of bounds. It's going to be Scolari with the throw for Westview. Finds Merriweather, and she puts it across, but it finds its way back to Alex Best. I've said her name so many times tonight. She's in the right place at the right time, folks. And her clearance is flicked on to none other than Marquez, who almost squeaks through that defense. Westview's able to clear it, but not before El Camino wins it back. And now Westview's going to win it back. And that's because it was a foul. Danielle Gonzalez, committing the foul just across halfway, just across the midway line. And we're going to have a free kick from about the 40 from Macbeth. She's going to put one in, try to put it past the defense over the top. Scolari ends up winning it. Ooh, a nifty turn there by Westview's Angel Merriweather, but can't quite keep it in bounds. It's going to be another long throw for Macbeth. We know Carly Macbeth is able to put this ball from about the 30-yard line, football yard line, about 20 yards outside of the box. She can put this one into the box, folks. And she does just that. It's flicked on into Marquez, and pass past the foot of Marquez, right into the hands of the keeper for Westview, Andrea Liano, excuse me, gobbling that one up and clearing it out. El Camino wins the header, but it trickles out of bounds, and we're going to have a throw-in on the far side for Westview. Long throw-in, and then off the foot of Westview forward, back out of bounds, so El Camino throw-in. Now El Camino wins it, looking for the through ball to Marquez, and they are going to call her offsides, folks. Now, if I had my telescope out, I might be able to tell you if that was offsides or not. Referee was on it. He made the call, which he thought was correct. It was a close one. Megan Harbison wanted the offsides. She got it. But I got to tell you, Alex Marquez was not happy with that one. She thought she was on. Ball's cleared out. Marquez wins it back. Now it's Ramirez who wins it and plays it up to this near side. And that's Jackie Oxshald on the ball, trying to put a ball across, and it's broken up. She couldn't quite get 100% on that ball. And as it's cleared out, Carly Macbeth wins it. And it's won by Jackie Oxshald at the top of the box. She plays it to the near side to Peyton Klein. And now the ball's crossed in, deflected off of Harbison as she collects. And we're going to have a throw in here as it rolled off Harbison's foot deep in the zone. And you gotta believe that Carly Macbeth is coming up to take this one. She's got that long throw. And this one, folks, is from about 10 yards off the touchline. Big throw in for El Camino, and these fans can feel it. This is one of the opportunities that they've had, the good opportunities they've had to put one in the back of the net. Referee's watching closely in the box. He's saying, nope, no more of that, whatever it was. Either way, big throw in for Macbeth here. She approaches the line, whips it in. My goodness, longest one of the day. Flicked in and cleared out to the top of the box by Westview defense. Still controlled by El Camino. Ball comes out to the 50. In hot pursuit is Westview Taniguchi, who forces the turnover, forces El Camino to kick it out of bounds. We're going to have a throw in here for Westview. And a great opportunity by El Camino Real on that throw in. Defended very well and very strongly. No surprise there by Westview. They've been so solid in the back. Headed up by the keeper, Andrea Liano, as well as the sweeper, Megan Harbison, who's so solid on the ball, so quick and so strong back there. So Westview throwing on the far side. It's going to be thrown back into Harbison. She's looking up top. Not able to gain control, but won back by Westview. Deflected out of bounds by Westview. So it's going to be an El Camino throw in now in their own zone about the 20-yard line. Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information as well as links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. We've been doing it all season, getting coverage of most winter sports, spring sports coming up now, but not before the conclusion of this Division I girls game, and then later the Division I boys game for Southern California section. Folks, we have about 9 minutes left in regulation here between Westview and El Camino Real. As you can see on the scoreboard, 0-0. Ball's played forward from El Camino Real to Marquez, who puts it up, and it's saved! And folks, what a ball there. Marquez. Ball was played in. Nice little through ball. Not quite over the top, but definitely not on the ground either. A beautiful first and second touch by Marquez to give herself a little bit of space. Instead of driving it as hard as she could to the back post. She kind of floated it and chipped it over the keeper. And Andrea Liano doing a fantastic job of backing up on the ball, backpedaling and punching it over the crossbar. It hits the upright and comes back into play. Either way, the officials got it correct. It's going to be a corner kick for El Camino Real, which is played in, and now a foul here on El Camino. Again, a little too aggressive, as it looked like Westview trying to clear that ball. Somebody got a little bit tangled up. So it's going to be a foul on El Camino. Westview free kick from their own 6-yard box, so it's basically a goal kick. And Marquez is so dangerous up top. You got to have a lot of poise to be able to pull that one back and try to chip it over the keeper. But I think that was the best opportunity she had, and she gave it all she got. Unfortunately for her, so did Andrea Liano, doing a great job. And now Westview on the attack here. A little through ball looking for Angel Merriweather. That ball's cleared, but now lost. And Haley Harbison on the attack inside the 18, inside the 6. She puts a cross in, and it's cleared. Cleared out by El Camino's defender, Jessica Weiss, on the far side. A beautiful job tracking back. And now she's wide open on that far side if they can get it to her. As El Camino on the attack on the counter, and a hard tackle from Westview. Haley Bruce at about midfield. Either way, it's going to be Westview ball as they win that. But on that tackle, it looked like Carly Macbeth getting the worst end of that one as she's down. The referee blows the whistle, asking the coach to come on to check her out. She's sitting up, and looks like it might be her right leg. As the trainer is out looking at her. And she rolls over and is slow to get up. But Carly Macbeth up, the senior captain. She's one of the girls that most of the attack has come through her in that first half, and now in the second half as well. She's going to go take a quick break, and you got to expect she's going to be back out here as the clock was stopped with 6 minutes and 38 seconds left in this second half. 0-0 tie between Westview and El Camino in this D1 Southern California Regional Championship. You're listening to PlayOnSports.com, your home and destination for high school sports. And because that play was called dead on the injury while Westview had it in possession, it's going to be a Westview free kick from just across the 50-yard line. They put it in, about to the box. It's flicked in and saved by the keeper, Alex Best. Oh my goodness, folks. Now I'm sitting on the El Camino Real side of the field here, and it got quiet here because there was an open player, Westview, Laura Buck, on the end of that free kick behind the defense, one man to beat. And if it was anyone else than Alex Best, I'm saying that one's a goal. Instead, the header goes right to Best. Beautiful save. Again, right place, right time, as the keeper should be. Great save. Now we're going the other way. El Camino Real. I'm not sure what the call is. It looked like El Camino's trying to play a through ball to Marquez, and she got caught up with a defender or two, and they're going to call a foul on Marquez. It's going to be a free kick for Westview in their own half. And now Westview on the attack. Folks, Carly Macbeth back in the game. She's going to be a key component for El Camino in the last 5 minutes here, and potentially more if need be. Throw in from Westview, won by El Camino, and pops straight up in the air. by Ramirez. Jackie Altschuld trying to get on the end of it, and she's fouled, so they're going to give a free kick. The referee's giving a free kick to El Camino at about the 35-yard line going forward here. None other than Carly Macbeth on the end of it. She is going to try to drop this one right in the box, right outside the 6-yard box, and she does onto the oncoming team, and nobody can find the end of it as Westview is able to clear it up the line. Not once, but twice, and a third time. So now Westview able to lock down on defense and win that ball. And Harbison coming in for a tackle on Madison Lipton from El Camino, and it's going to run off of Harbison, off of Lipton, and be a throw-in for Megan Harbison with the big throw, looking down the line, won by Lipton, and finally cleared out by El Camino. Looking for Jackie Altschuld, who actually gets a foot on it, but not before Megan Harbison can wrestle it away from her and then is fouled. Sorry, I believe that was Jackie Altschuld. Yep. Harbison fouled by Altschuld, and an easy free kick there for Westview as they're possessing the ball in their defensive half now. Now looking forward to Laura Buck, who looks up the line, and El Camino steps up and wins it on the far side. That's Julia Herbkersman looking for that through ball, won by El Camino, and now we're going back the other way. And as soon as I say that, now we're going back the other way. El Camino on the attack, looking for the through ball. That was Alex Marquez. It looked like it was, I couldn't really tell exactly what happened, but it was deflected, went way out over the touchline, and either way, it's going to be a goal kick for Westview with about 2:40 left on the clock, the official clock, mind you. No guessing game here, as is with most soccer matches. Either way, it's kind of nice to know. 2:30 now on the clock, and we're waiting for the goal kick. Westview with the goal kick. Oop, and that's an easy call. El Camino, Leslie Ramirez, coming up strong from behind, and the referee would like to say something to her, and she doesn't want to hear it, but she finally comes over. The referee says no more of that, no more rough play. You got to give it to her, though. I mean, these girls are playing hard out there. Nobody's pulling up on tackles. Nobody's, trying to be nice. Nobody's trying to be mean, but they're playing hard out there. She didn't do anything intentionally. Either way, it's going to be Westview free kick. Comes over to Dominique Decoy. Now played up to Harbison. Harbison dispossessed by Kayla Reeve. And Kayla Reeve is fouled. So it's going to be a free kick for El Camino Real in their defensive zone about the 40-yard line. Carly Macbeth is going to be on the end of this one. So from their own 40, Carly Macbeth is going to put this one on. She looks up to the clock. It's about 90 seconds left. Got to believe this is going to be one of the last attacks of the half and of regulation. Ball's played in. Down to the feet of El Camino. Played back to Marquez, who's dispossessed. Cleared out by Westview. And now Westview with a little bit of steam. Won by Ramirez, though. Back to McCoy. McCoy, step over. Good job using her body to protect that ball. And now if she can put a through ball here, she does, but it's broken up by Harbison. Folks, 50 seconds remaining. Ramirez wins it. El Camino wins it, but it trickles out of bounds. It's going to be Harbison on the throw. Westview throw in, won by McCoy. Foul on Westview. And that's McCoy again who was fouled. She's down. I think she might be playing the smart gamesmanship card here with about 30 seconds left. We're right about the middle of the field. Free kick from El Camino's about 25. Not real not a real offensive opportunity, about 10 seconds left. And now you got to imagine she's just going to kick this one. You can hear the announcer in the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, folks. That one's going to go out of bounds. And they're going to blow the horn for the end of regulation here. Do not change that dial, folks. Don't click that button. Don't go off air. We're going to be right back. We got about 3 to 4 minutes before we wrap this one up and then go into overtime. We're going to have a quick recap of the game. Either way, it's going to be 0-0 going into overtime here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Play On Sports' coverage of the Southern California Regional Championship here on PlayOnSports.com. We've just finished 80 action-packed minutes of girls Division I regional finals between the Westview Wolverines and El Camino Real Conquistadors. 80 minutes was not enough. We're going to start overtime here in about 90 seconds. But first, we're going to go through the last 80 minutes in the next 45 seconds before we start this second half. Folks, 0 goals thus far does not mean that it has been anywhere close to a boring game. This has been one of the most action-packed games I've seen in a while, and both sides getting ample opportunities to finish. Either way, doesn't really matter because the keepers have done such a good job. For El Camino Real, Alex Best recording a shutout for the first 80 minutes. And for Westview, for the Wolverines, Andrea Liano doing a great job on her line, keeping that ball outside of the net. Here we go, folks. Start of overtime. Westview Wolverines, El Camino Real Conquistadors for the girls' Division I final in Southern California. Who's going to get the gold? We've got 15 minutes of golden goal action, which means first team to score goes home the victor. Westview with the ball at about midfield, playing it up forward. Laura Buck on the ball, turns her defender over to Harbison, who's got the edge. She's into the 18 and puts a shot off. Deflected and out, still in the box. Finally cleared out by El Camino Real. Harbison doing a great job of getting that ball across. But again, that backside defense hustling, maintaining their marks, and doing a great job. El Camino gets the clear. Westview on the ball now and fouled just inside the midway line, halfway line here. So it'll be a Westview ball, free kick. Looks like they're going to try to float this one in to about the 18, get a little flick beyond the defense. Haley Bruce puts one in, won by El Camino Real's Carly Macbeth. Carly Macbeth chases it down. And I don't know if you heard that one, folks. But Dominique Decoy trying to put that ball in finds none other than Carly Macbeth right in the kisser. Yikes, she went down pretty quickly, and you heard the yikes on this side. The referee's going to make the trainer come out. Macbeth is up. She's walking. She's saying, I'm fine. Hey, I'm good. She doesn't have a bloody nose. She just got it right in the cheek or something. And the referee's still going to make her go off because he blew his whistle to stop the clock. So on an injury referee timeout, you got to go off. And that's for the safety of the players. Even though Carly Macbeth wants to be in there, it's going to go off of her. It's going to be a throw-in for Decoy on the near side. Clock starts back up again, right about 13:30 left. Harbison on it, back to Decoy. She puts in a ball to the far post. Oh, great defense there by El Camino's Julia Herbkersman, who's been so solid all game. Great job on the mark and then playing that ball out of the air. Getting to it first, winning that ball and deflecting it off of the pressure to win the throw-in. Herbkerson on the throw, won by Ramirez, who tries to clear it up. Ends up winning it. And they're looking now to Marquez up top, and she is dispossessed. Even if she did win that, it was about a 3-on-1. And here now is Westview on the attack. Ramirez doing a great job of getting back, and she is fouled. Good hustle, as we've seen all day by Leslie Ramirez, such a vital part of the middle and the attack for this El Camino Real squad. 12 minutes and 19 seconds left in this golden goal period unless somebody scores. 0-0 Westview, El Camino Real. Westview plays it up. Oh, and a great job by Westview's Angel Merriweather to get that ball, plays it across, broken up, but comes right back to her, top of the box. Harbison plays it, and another save by the keeper. Alex Best doing what she does best, right in the right place at the right time. And a beautiful save by Best to keep this El Camino Real Conquistador team in the hunt for the championship. Her ball's cleared out and possessed by Westview. Westview very patient on the ball. Decent pressure by El Camino. Played up the middle. Taniguchi now on it. Looking to the far side, Emma Clark running down the side, and she is dispossessed. Won by El Camino. Herb Kurzman on it, and now she clears it up that far line. Won by Haley Bruce, but it trickles out of bounds. Good pressure by Marquez. So we've got a throw in for El Camino right about midway. Big throw by Herb Kersen, and they're going to call a foul there. The assistant referee, I believe he's calling a foul, which puts the dangerous Conquistadors in a good position here. I believe that's going to be Jackie Altschult on the ball. Altschult on the ball, and she's about the 30-yard line. She's going to drop a ball in right about the 18, looking for the flick. Gets the flick, but defended well by Harbison. And Harbison clears it. Up to the other Harbison, who plays it off to Taniguchi. Oh, great hustle by Peyton Klein, who wins it back from Taniguchi. She tries to play a through ball, but is fouled, folks. Another good opportunity for El Camino from about the 25-yard line with 9:45 on the clock. We've got a free kick. Looks like Jenna said, nope, it is Jackie Altschult on the ball. She's going to put one in from this side. Going to be an in-swinging ball from her right foot. She's going to drive it in to the far post. Dangerous ball. She's got him in. And we had a good look at that one. Believe that was 27, Jessica Weiss, who was on the end of that one. I think she was kind of surprised that she was so wide open, and a beautiful ball. Just couldn't quite connect and put it in the goal. It's going to be a goal kick for Westview, who clears it out. Bouncing ball in the middle, cleared now by Ramirez, forward. And settled finally by Rachel Camara for Westview. Westview tries to play it up the line. It's deflected out of bounds. Good hustle by El Camino. And now we got the ball at about the 50-yard line, right in the center. Westview's on it. Taniguchi up top, dispossessed, and now Ramirez is on it. She's got it at her feet looking for that through ball. Instead, Danielle Gonzalez comes out with it for Westview. And now Ramirez wins it back, and she's looking for Marquez, who's got a step, but Harbison is able to get position on her. Harbison doing a great job of using her speed and positioning to hold off the charging Marquez. They've been going at it all day, and clears it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for El Camino. Jessica Weiss on the ball, and she throws it down the line, looking for her teammate, but it trickles over the touchline, the end line, and it's going to be a goal kick. With 7:45 left in this golden goal overtime, this single golden goal overtime period, and if nobody's able to put one in the next 7 minutes, then we will find ourselves in a shootout situation. Each team will get 5 shots on goal. Now El Camino on the attack. Peyton Klein in the corner trying to shake it up. Puts the ball across. And a great save. Defense for Westview. Haley Bruce able to clear that one out. Not out of the thicket yet, as El Camino has all of a sudden picked up the pace, putting a ton of pressure on the Westview defense, and all they can do is kick it out of bounds. It's going to be Weiss on the throw, right about at the 18-yard line. 18-yard box. And deflected off at Okoye. Now it's going to be another throw for Weiss. Add 10 yards onto that, so she's about even with the 6-yard box. We know she's got that big throw. They're looking for one flick, and El Camino's now pushing up Jenna Bruskin. She's one of the taller players on the field tonight. Ball cleared out to the top of the box, and Westview able to clear it out. Harbison on it to the other Harbison, trying to take the line, but good hustle to get back on defense is Peyton Klein. Ball's cleared up and won by Westview, now cleared back the other way. Westview on it, Laura Buck, dispossessed. Through ball, looking for Marquez, who's got a step on Emily Sanford. Is actually able to get a shot off from the far side, right about 10 yards out, just outside of the 18-yard box. Tough angle on that one. Got a decent shot off, hit it wide. Goal kick, Westview. Haley Bruce for the goal kick. Clears it out to about the 40. Won by El Camino, but then cleared fully out by Westview. Goes off of Westview and out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in. Looked like a handball to me, but it did not get called. Either way, it's going to be Westview ball here on the near side. Decoy trying to play the line. Looking for Merriweather. Taniguchi now giving chase, but it's cleared out by El Camino. And a nice flick to Marquez, who's able to get a touch on it. And good hustle by defense. Haley Bruce for Westview, able to clear that one. Bouncing ball. Marquez battling. Danielle Gonzalez comes out with it for Westview. And now El Camino winning the ball. And folks, back and forth. We are under 5 minutes. 4:40 left to play. Golden goal. Overtime. Westview on it, playing it back, keeping possession. Got a lot of space on this side if they can get it over here. Instead, they push it far side. And Westview comes away with it. Little bit of room if she can get a cross off. Laura Buck on it and can't quite get to the end of it before it trickles over the line. It's going to be a goal kick for Alex Best. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play. A lot of hands on the hips, a lot of deep breaths being taken out there. Girls have been playing for 50-plus minutes now. 90-plus minutes now. Goal kick by Best, won by Westview. Taniguchi can't quite do anything with it. And it's going to be cleared out to Westview at about the 50. Now Gonzalez with it. Looking for someone down the line, cuts it back to the middle, and plays it to Camara. Camara keeps it going that way to Kylie Vassell. Kylie cuts it back, and she's got a little bit of space. Great defense, though, by Kayla Reeve. Able to make up some space. And Marquez flat out tackled the defender as she was playing the ball back. Unintentionally, I am sure. But Haley Bruce got the rough end of that one. Short end of the stick on that tackle. And Marquez looks like she's going to be shown the yellow card because of that hard tackle. And it's hasn't been the first hard tackle that she's given, so maybe a good call by the referee. Either way, there's only 3 minutes left in this game, so you've got to imagine she's going to be coming back on soon. Westview with the free kick. They elect to play it short. Good pressure by El Camino. And it's deflected out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Westview. Angel Merriweather on it at about the 25-yard line. The referee's going to say, nope, keep going back. So it'll be about the 30-yard line. No chance for a big throw here. Too far out to make this too dangerous an opportunity. She plays to feet. Kylie Vassell trying to maintain control, but it's cleared out. And now El Camino on the attack, looking for the through ball, and she's going to be called offsides. That was Jackie Altschult again looking for that through ball, and she was just a step offsides. 2 minutes to go this overtime period. Harbison plays it off the short ball, got it on the far side. Now the long ball comes for the other Harbison, but it's cleared out by El Camino. And that was a great opportunity, kind of a sneaky opportunity. Shelby Vasich in there now. She was the one who came to replace the yellow card winner, Alex Marquez. And now she commits the foul. It's going to be at about the 50-yard line. Free kick for Westview. They're going to try to drop one in right about the 18-yard line. Again, looking for that little flick behind the defense. just in front of best. Here's the kick. Oh, it's won by Ramirez. Ramirez still on it, trying to clear it. And it's finally cleared by El Camino. About a minute left to go, folks. 50-50 ball in the middle, won by Westview. And a good step there. Peyton Klein for El Camino trying to look for the through ball, broken up by Harbison. You gotta think that's a foul there. But either way, it's gonna be an El Camino ball. Not sure if it's a throw in or a kick. Either way, 40 seconds left. They've gotta hurry. And they're gonna call it we're waiting for it. Looks like a kick. Looks like it's gonna be called a kick. Ramirez is gonna be on the end of it. This end of it. And she's gonna try to drop one in. The defense for Westview is playing out a little far, just above the 18. Ramirez with 20 seconds left, drops one in to the top of the 18. Little flick, well defended by Westview and cleared out. Now Westview with 10 seconds left. Ball's up in the air, El Camino, Westview battling. Through ball, ooh, dangerous. Good opportunity there. And folks, that's gonna do it for this overtime period. The score after 95 minutes of playing. These girls gotta be exhausted. Everybody's walking off the field. Either way, we're gonna be right back with 5 penalty kicks each. We're gonna have a little bit of old-fashioned shootout here to decide this one. And I guarantee you there will be at least one goal. Folks, we'll be right back. PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports with the Division I champion. It will be decided right after this, folks. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Play On Sports' coverage of the Division I Girls Southern California Regional Championship. We've played 95 minutes this afternoon into the evening as the sun's starting to set here. The colors are starting to take flight in the sky, and we cannot decide a winner. The El Camino Real Conquistadors and the Westview Wolverines are still knotted up 0-0. The keepers for either side, El Camino, Alex Best doing a great job of keeping that ball out of the net. And on the other side, Andrea Liano, doing a fantastic job. And now they're going to get 5, potentially 5, maybe more opportunities here to keep those zeros on the boards. Folks, we've made it to shootouts. This is going to be the conclusion of the girls D1 SoCal Regional Finals. We will crown a championship in the next 10 minutes, guaranteed. For the coin flip to figure out who's going to go first. Looks like Westview won the toss, and it's going to be El Camino to start it off. Peyton Klein, number 16, will be taking the first kick for El Camino. And Liano will be in goal, obviously, for Westview. Folks, immediately following this game, we're going to have the boys Division I championship, El Rancho versus San Clemente, which should be quite the game, guaranteed, just as this one has been. All right, and it's all quiet here. Klein up to shoot. She steps up, hits it right. Keeper guess left. 1-0, El Camino. Such a tough situation if you're a keeper in this predicament. I mean, you've got to guess one way. You try to watch the hips of the shooter. You're trying to guess, and if you guess the wrong way, then you really don't have any opportunity to make a save, especially when you finish it like that. Peyton Klein doing a good job of making that one. Now Alex Best will try her hand. She's going to be in goal as Westview gets the shot. And that is Harbison, Haley Harbison, who makes the first one for Westview. And we're knotted up at 1. Next up to shoot is El Camino. That's going to be Jessica Weiss. The sophomore steps up, hits it left, hits it right. Keeper dives the right way, but can't quite get a hand on it. El Camino able to put 2 in now. And Westview will get an opportunity to settle the score. So El Camino 2 for 2, Westview 1 for 1. And for Westview, it's going to be Kylie Vassell, the senior, stepping up to take the kick. She's approaching, stutter steps, shoots it right. Keeper guesses the right way, but Alex Best not able to get a hand on it. It's going to be a goal for Westview. Kylie Vassell able to put it away. And all 4 shots so far have been really unstoppable, even if the keeper guesses the right way. So credit these girls for shooting so well. El Camino. Now, Jackie Altschult's turn for her hand at it. The captain, senior, shoots it, and it's in. Again, keeper guesses the right way, but Liano can't quite get a hand on it. Great shooting here all around by both teams. Next is going to be Angel Merriweather. For Westview, trying to put her team ahead. Merriweather approaching, shooting to the right. Keeper guesses the wrong way. Best can't make a move on it. And now, folks, we are all knotted up at 3. Liano jumping back in goal for the 4th shot on her. It's going to be Madison Lipton, the junior, approaching the ball, shooting and scoring. Another goal for El Camino. That's going to put us at 4-3. Each team making each of their shots thus far. And now Westview with an opportunity to tie it up again. It's going to be Megan Harbison. Megan Harbison against Alex Best. Harbison puts it away. No problem. Wow. Such confidence. Best really had no opportunity to save that one. Here we are, folks. 4-4. At this point, one miss could kind of do it for you. One save could be all that's needed for the gold, for the championship, for the first place. It's El Camino's Jamie Perlmuth who puts it in off the post. My goodness. Talk about doing it in dramatic fashion. Perlmuth, man. Anyway, either way, whether it's an easy one or a tough one, it's 5-4. El Camino Westview's Haley Bruce is going to step up to take the 5th and potentially final shot here. Alex Best, near side fans here cheering for her. Neither keeper yet to make a save. Bruce approaching, shooting, and putting it in, far post, the left side. So from here on out, it's going to be 1 kick each. So this is going to be the 6th round. And I believe we're just going to go 1-on-1 here. So if that means if one team makes it, one team doesn't. That's that. El Camino up to kick, and it's going to be Alex Marquez approaching, shooting, scoring. Marquez putting it in. Now we're at 6-5. Folks, we might be here all night. Can't guarantee that we won't be. Either way, 6-5. El Camino winning. Westview the opportunity to tie here. And it's going to be Cassie Taniguchi for Westview, trying to put this one into one more round. Best trying to save it. The shot is up and it's in. Taniguchi putting it into side net. Alex Best may have had an opportunity to save that one. She, instead of really diving for it, she kind of toppled over. So we go on to round 7, folks. Round 7. It's going to be, sorry, I can't get her number. Oh, that's Herb Kurzman. Julia Herb Kurzman approaching, shooting off the post and finishing. My goodness. They can't make it easy. That's for sure. So now in this 7th round, it's 7-6, El Camino. And Westview, opportunity to tie and push it into the 7th round. 8th round, excuse me. And it's saved! Alex Best making the save on the 7th penalty kick for El Camino Real. Somebody had to make a save. These girls weren't missing it. And Laura Buck, just a tough, she made a great shot. But Alex Best able to make the save. My goodness. Folks, there you have it. Your El Camino Real Conquistadors are the champions for the girls D1 Southern California Regional Finals. My goodness, what a game. Stay right here with us. We're going to be right back with our post-game show, a quick recap of what happened on 7 rounds of shootouts. El Camino Real Conquistadors, the victor, the first place team for D1 Girls Southern California Regional Finals. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Play On Sports' coverage of the Division I Girls Southern California Regional Finals. A winner has been crowned. The El Camino Real Conquistadors come away the victors after 7, count them, 7 rounds of penalty kicks. And coming out on top, Alex Best, able to make the save in the 7th round. I bet she's never made a bigger save in her life. Credit her. Credit Andrea Liano, who was able to make 6 saves. Excuse me. Credit her for being in that shootout as both of these teams went head-to-head. Westview coming away with the 2nd place trophy here in the D1 SoCal Regional Finals. Folks, that's going to wrap it up here. Thank you for joining us this afternoon into the evening. Stay with us. We're going to be right back with El Rancho and San Clemente, the number 1 and 2 teams in California, down here in Southern California, playing for the D1 State Regional Championship. It's bound to be an exciting one. If it's any more exciting than this game, I don't know what I'm going to do. Either way, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the start of the boys' D1 final in about 20 minutes. My name is John Henry Winternolte. Thank you for joining me this evening for the girls' Division I SoCal Regional Finals. Your champions, the El Camino Real Conquistadors, on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.